Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. As you can see, I'm back in my usual setup here, back in Thailand, had a good trip to Australia, and I'm excited, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling rejuvenated. It's time to get back to business. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hope you've all been well. I know it's kind of late over there on the east coast of the US, but hopefully you're staying up because we do have an action-packed, alpha-packed live stream for you today. Shout out to Jazzy in the live chat saying he's been waiting for this one all day. Well, the wait is finally over. It's time. Let's get things started as we usually do with our crypto market overview. So things have been brutally slow the past few months, really. In December, very early December, we had a big price rally. We'll just start off looking at Bitcoin because really the overall market is just brutally slow right now. So looking at this Bitcoin chart, as I was just saying, we started off the month of December hot, really hot. As you can see, December 1st, we had 5 green days in a row. All right, and that was the low and the high for the month of December. After that, we have literally been going sideways, chopping around for basically like 2 months straight now. So the market is brutally slow. A lot of people are saying we're going to crash lower. And I do think we will go lower from here, but I am not that much of a bear compared to a lot of others out there. Let me explain what I am seeing right now in the charts. So I have labeled this December range, the high at $45,000 and the low over here at $37,600, right? December's range, low, high up here. We've been inside of that besides our peak up to 48K. And if you guys do recall, this peak up to 48K on the weekly time frame is exactly at that 61.8% retracement of the bear market low to the previous all-time high. I'll just put it up on the screen for you anyway so you can go ahead and see it. Right, that peak up to 48K was exactly at the 61.8% retracement. After that, you can just see in the weekly time frame, we've been chopping and slopping around doing absolutely nothing. So how low are we going to go here? Are we going to hold this range and just push up? Or are we going to do what I expect to happen, which is essentially a deviation of these range lows down here at $37,600? All right, I just gave you the answer to the question. Personally, I am expecting another test of these lows down here at 39,000. And realistically speaking, I'm looking for Bitcoin to go below December's low price at $37,600, right? And I'm expecting this 200 daily EMA to continue to tick up. So wherever that may be, when this drop, if and does even happen, but I'm fairly confident we will see some kind of drop again into the $30,000 prices, mid to high 30Ks. And below that December low, I'm looking for Bitcoin to bottom out somewhere around here. Somewhere around 37 to 35K, realistically speaking. But until then, we do have to endure this brutal chop and slop, all right? But with that being said, this is an amazing opportunity to be scaling into altcoins. I think it's extremely dangerous to not be seizing this opportunity when it does come to altcoins, because a lot of altcoins have seen significant retracements lower, back to really key support levels on the weekly and monthly time frames. All right, so I'm going to be spending the majority of this live stream talking about these altcoins, as well as new projects that I haven't really talked about too much here in the channel, or in general at all, but I've been doing some research in, that I think have a lot of growth potential for this year and then next year, because the way it's looking right now, it does appear that we're going to get a traditional 4-year cycle, right? We have the halving coming up now. Let's check the Bitcoin halving clock. BTC halving countdown. Do a quick search over here on the Brave browser. What do we have? 80 days, 75 days until the halving now. Let's take a look here and find out. 71 days, 72 days until the halving. All right, so the way it's looking right now, it does appear we're going to get that traditional 4-year cycle, right? Where, going into the halving, things are relatively slow. Then after that, we see just a strong uptick week after week, month after month in the total market cap chart. For anybody that's new and has not experienced a full bull market cycle before, right, from the halving till the peak. We'll give you a quick rundown of what that actually looks like. So essentially the last halving over here, April 2020, this is the total crypto market cap chart. Essentially after the halving, as you can see, your eyes should be right here on the chart. We just have a slow uptick of capital inflow into the market, right? There are some choppy, slow weeks, right? Sometimes we see some pullbacks. That is very normal in a bull market. But with that being said, after the halving, traditionally speaking, we just see strong inflows of capital into the market week after week. Of course, there's the normal bull market pullbacks. But with that being said, we have a steady growth trend higher that leads into a parabolic finish. So to be sleeping on your favorite altcoins right now, or sleeping on low cap altcoins that have very promising potential, is very, very foolish. All right, we should be seizing this opportunity. And if you're not already positioned, well then, this is most likely going to be close to your last call to get positioned in altcoins, because it does happen very suddenly, right? Slowly, 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 and then all at once. And if you're not already positioned for when it happens all at once, guess what? You're going to miss out on basically everything. All right, let me catch up with this live chat right now and see what's going on. Shout out to Glasshopper77 saying good evening, Empire. What's going on, Glasshopper? It's good to see you. We got I can't pronounce your name, my friend, but he says it's not that late in the US and we are ready for your alpha. Let's go. Awesome. Good to see you, my friend. Glad that you're here. Shout out to CR08 all the way from the Gold Coast down under in Australia, saying great content as always, Connor. Thank you, CRO. Good to see you. We'll look at Python in a second. How high can ALPH go? Why is there so much buzz now? It's been called the Ethereum killer of this cycle. So let's look at Pyth and then we'll look at ALPH, and then we'll get into some of these altcoins that I'm talking about that I think have very promising growth potential that I haven't really spoken about too much on the channel. So Pyth right now, it's looking good. I like the way that this chart looks on the daily time frame. We have spiked above this wick over here at 55.7 cents and closed below it, which isn't the greatest look, right? That's a swing failure pattern, bearish one. But at the same time, we do have this nice ascending triangle forming, right? We have this bottoming out down here at around 25 cents. Key psychological round number. Now we've just seen steady growth, higher lows, really until the all-time high is up here, 87 cents, but this was a launch wick, so I'm not really going to count this. So essentially, we now have higher lows into the highs on the chart over here at 55 cents. So what we should be looking for is a breakout here above 55 cents and then a continued growth higher. And remember, Pyth is an oracle on Solana, and we've also seen, let me split up my chart right here. We just got a $10 super chat from Crypto Capstone. He says, thoughts on Miria, Caspa, and hello at the top of the 2025 bull run. All right, let me finish up Pyth and then we'll answer your super chat, Crypto Capstone. I appreciate you sending me over $10. Thank you very much. Anyways, for Pyth, we're looking good. Again, this is a bullish pattern that's forming on the chart right now. New coin, doesn't really have a lot of data to go off. Bottomed out at 25 cents, steady growth higher into this 55 cent resistance. We want to see a breakout. And let's talk targets for this said breakout with some Fibonacci extensions. So we have 65 cents, 77 cents at our 0.618 extension. And then the one extension is up here at 90 cents. All right, so if you're trading Pyth and looking for shorter term targets, I would be using these. In terms of, holding this one through the bull run, you can expect much higher than, less than a 2x most likely. But again, for shorter term trades, this is where I would be looking for your targets. Now let's go over this super chat from our guy, Crypto Capstone. He says, by the top of the bull run, Miria, Caspa, and hello. So we'll go in order. Miria first. So Miria currently trading at 0.0076 cents. Let's open up the coin perspective so that we can go with some market cap data. It's very interesting. It goes right to 35 cents. So let's, for gaming, right? The key metric used for gaming traditionally is AXS, Axie Infinity in the last cycle, right? Which hit a $10 billion market cap. So this was like the only really playable, popular game that really caught on in the last cycle. A lot of people in Asian countries like the Philippines love this game because they could actually make money playing it. And, you know, a few dollars a day goes a really long way in some of these places in the world, right? A lot of us are privileged. We live in these first world countries, and $5 a day is, you know, not even enough to buy your coffee in the morning. But in some places, that feeds, you know, multiple people per day, which is crazy. Anyway, so Axie Infinity was the key metric, key benchmark in the last cycle, which peaked out, as I said, at 10 bill. All right, so I do expect a few gaming projects to reach this valuation in this cycle, being that they're actually playable now. Play to earn as well, right? People are going to be playing them just like they played Axie. So let's be a bit conservative. I think Myriad does have a lot of really, really good growth potential. I think it can go into the billions of dollars in market cap. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see 25 cents, which would be a 32x from current price. That's 2.4 bill. That's 1/4 of what Axie saw in the last cycle. All right, so Myriad current market cap is $75 million. All right, so a $2.4 billion market cap would be a 32x. This is my conservative price prediction. It could, of course, go higher. It could double that, right? Let's say it goes to 50 cents, which is a bit far-fetched in my opinion. That would be a $5 billion market cap. I think it most likely peaks out somewhere in between, say 25 to 30 cents, which you're looking at around a 32 to a 38x. Maybe it overshoots it in a wick and goes to say 35, 40 cents. But, you know, this is where I would be looking for something like Myriad. Now, Caspa, the next one on your question. Caspa is in a league of its own and has some of the best fundamentals in all of crypto, fair launched as well. So no VC shenanigans with this price action, right? This is all pure organic price action on Caspa. Now, it's been going sideways for quite a bit, and I'm just going to review Caspa, go over my TA now, because I did plan on going over it later in the live stream, so let's just cover it right now. Anyways, for Caspa, any moves to the bottom of this green zone is a very strong buy. All right, so around 8.5 cents to 7.8 cents. If we do see a drop down here for Caspa, that's a great opportunity to load up. Now, I've discussed my price prediction for Caspa in the past. I think a very, very conservative, you know, highly realistic price prediction for Caspa. Like, I'm confident it will hit this number, $1, right, which is 900%, a 9x. But a really bullish case scenario would be $3 to $5, right? So $3 would be a 29x from current price, and that is a $67 billion market cap. We've seen Cardano go to, you know, 95 billion or whatever, Solana to 80 billion. So Caspa, arguably much, much, much better technology than those coins I just mentioned, to 67 billion is really not that far-fetched. And then at the very peak, say it goes over $100 billion market cap, $5. This is like really, really optimistic. And most likely I'll be holding a very, very little amount of Caspa at this time because I'll be scaling out. Just like you want to scale into projects at times like right now when prices are low. When prices are high, you want to be scaling out of things. All right, just take the opposite action. Scale in when things are low, scale out when things are high. So, you know, peak price prediction, really, really bullish, would be $5, which is a 50x from the current price for Caspa. But again, realistically speaking, I think $1 is, I can't say definitely going to happen, but I'm highly confident we'll see something like $1. But realistically speaking, I'm looking for $3 to $5 on Caspa. And then Hello Games, or Hello Labs, I should say, your entertainment niche crypto play. Currently at 15 cents with an $80 billion market cap. Similar to Miria, I wouldn't be surprised to see it hit, say, a 3 to 5 bill market cap at the peak. So with that being said, let's see. Yeah, $5 would be a 32x to a 2.7 bill market cap. Let's say 450, 30x. I would say somewhere around 5 for Hello Labs. If it does have the success, which it's on the path to be a very highly successful project, right? Anybody that doesn't know Hello, I have reviewed it in the past in one of my videos. It's basically an entertainment crypto project with gaming involved. They have the Killer Whales TV show with these, it's really an oddball cast they picked, but everybody has a large following, right? So they must be credible because they have a large following. Hope you can sense my sarcasm. Anyways, yeah, Hello Labs, I wouldn't be surprised to see a really good return, right? A 30x is a very, very good return. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that for Hello. Anyways, Crypto Capstone, I appreciate your super chat. Let's get back to business. So CRO says Qubic at a great discounted price. I agree with you on that one. Qubic is at a great discounted price. We head on over to Safe Trade here. Ooh, Qubic's at 2,200 per billion currently. So a lot of people are very nervous about Qubic still. A lot of people still calling it a scam. A lot of people saying that it's destined for failure. A lot of people saying that if you want to hold an AI project, you should just hold Tau. And I agree, right? If you want exposure to AI and you don't hold any Tau, you might be crazy. But with that being said, Qubic right now is at a great price, 2,200 per billion. We want to see it start to recover, right? Start to make a bit of a comeback right now, because if not, the next level that we'll be dropping to is going to be around here at around 1,500 per billion on Qubic. But I'm still very bullish on this project. I think that it can hit multiple billions of dollars in market cap. Currently, the market cap of Qubic is $172 million. All right, so that's a nice little market cap number in my opinion. But yeah, Qubic is at a good discount right now, especially compared to where it's been at 5,000 per billion, right? You have a 50% discount from the highs, even more. So definitely a good option in terms of altcoins. And looking at this chart, worst case scenario, we come down here to the $1,300 per billion levels. Now, Lithium ALPH, another proof of work coin that's been getting a lot of attention recently. Right, people have called this the next Caspa, the next best layer 1 crypto project, and it is very, very promising. All right, this is definitely on my list, and the way things are looking, the way things are shaping up, I'm not sure if we have a lot of time before its next breakout and leg up higher for Lithium. Reason being, we did just break a trend line on the daily time frame. Actually, it depends how you want to draw it. If you want to draw it connecting these wicks, we already broke it. If you want to draw it super clean, you know, connecting just these two wicks so far, we haven't broken the trend line, but nonetheless, this thing has been very strong. It's been one of the strongest altcoins in the entire crypto market recently, with really clean price action too. All right, so you have this drop down to 150. For anybody that's newer to trading, newer to investing, get used to the nice psychological round numbers like $1, $1.25, $1.50, right? They work really well, and this is an age-old, trading tip. Because back in the day, when people were on the trading floors, or calling their broker to place a trade for them in the stock market, or you have the people in the pit at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, trading futures contracts. A lot of the times they base their buys and sells off of key psychological round numbers like $1, $2, etc. And you still see it play out over and over and over and over again in today's cryptocurrency market. So as you can see, Lithium dropped down here. The low was 143, but realistically speaking, $1.50, nice bounce back up to $2. We're facing resistance at $2. And this is in price discovery, don't forget. Right, this did just break out into price discovery. Chart goes back to January 2022. So a chart that looks like this should not be ignored, because when this does go into price discovery, It has unlimited upside potential, right? There's no ceiling. There's no previous price data. Remember, we live in a very advanced society nowadays, and we know that the stock market uses algorithmic trading bots for the majority of the volume, right? Buys and sells every single second. So if you don't think that the crypto market also uses programmed algorithmic artificial intelligence trading bots, you should reconsider that opinion, right? I think a lot of the older altcoins that have seen a blow off top in the past, that have seen a bull market, that have previous levels to work from, right? Let's use HBAR as an example. I made a video on HBAR recently. Like, we have all of this previous data on HBAR, right? And if you don't think there's AI algorithmic trading bots that have pre-programmed buys and sells to say sell at these key levels, again, you should reconsider that opinion. So that's why I really like the new projects that don't have that previous price action data, that have no prior ceiling, because they have unlimited growth potential realistically. And Lithium is certainly one of those. So if you want to hold this project for the bull run, $2 and below, you should be scaling in. Obviously not financial advice. I don't give financial advice. I just share my own personal opinion. But Lithium is on fire right now. The chart looks really, really good. We did just have a nice correction. Of 44%, right, back to 150. If you're waiting down here from $1 and below, I'm not sure you'll get it. You could, but the chances are slim. So again, you want to be scaling into the altcoins that you want to hold for this cycle. And Lithium is certainly a good one to have on your list. And the way that this chart looks right now, again, anywhere below $2, great levels to scale in. A drop back down to 150 would be really nice. But the way that this is looking, it is looking quite bullish. And if I draw the trend line like so, we did technically just break it. And we're at that all-time high resistance at $1.98, which again does go back to the listing pump back in January of 2022. So ALPH, certainly a very good project to hold in your portfolio. Only $137 million market cap. If it's going to match the previous layer ones of last cycle, or even do half of what the previous layer ones did, we'll just use Solana as an example. Or for proof of work, let's use Kadena as an example, KDA. Don't like Kadena right now, but it had a great run where it hit $4 billion market cap. Right, so if ALPH, which is arguably much better than Kadena, goes to say a $4 billion market cap, we're looking at around $50 to $60. Yeah, you're looking at $58, which is a 28x. I think that can happen. All right, so ALPH, it's a good one. Add it to your list if you don't already have it on your list. And it could easily surpass those numbers as well. Anyways. Let's see. Laurel Jack says, hi, when will be the peak bull run, more or less? 1 second, guys. I'm going to fix my connection. Apologies. I think I'm lagging. You're connecting. Anyways, I'm going to carry on. Hopefully you guys can still see and hear me. Otherwise, I'm wasting my breath. Yeah, we should be good now. I got all green bars on my end. Anyways, when will be the peak bull run? So, if we're going off of previous 4-year halving cycles, we can expect the peak of the bull run in 2025. There's a lot of discussion that this time will be different, and this time we'll see the peak in 2024. I think it's certainly possible, being that this is an institutional-driven bull run now. What does that mean? It means that BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, all the big boys that control the stock market, that own the majority of stocks, are now in the crypto market as well. All right, so we haven't seen this phenomenon before. And what do these guys do? They manipulate the price. All right, so the market is going to peak when they want it to. All right, this is no longer a retail-driven market. This is an institutional-driven market. So with that being said, this time could be a bit different, which is why I'm saying right now, if you're not scaling into your favorite altcoin projects, you could just completely miss the boat and live in regret for the next few years until the next cycle. All right, so being that this is an institutionally driven bull run, I think we could peak out a bit sooner than we traditionally have in the past, which would be late 2025. I wouldn't be surprised to see a peak possibly in the fall of 2024. We'll see, though. We'll see. If you guys are enjoying the live stream so far, be sure to let me know by smashing the like button. I appreciate your support. Natty718 has a good question. She says, given uncertainties with low caps, how many projects do you recommend holding for 10K to 30K portfolio? So Natty, that's a really good question. And I'm actually going to be making a little short video series on different strategies to set up your portfolio depending on your personal goals. So with that being said, be on the lookout for those videos. But I'll briefly discuss an answer to that question right now. In terms of low caps, right? For 10 to 30K, I wouldn't be holding more than 10 at the absolute maximum. Because as I've said many times here on the channel, the key to really growing your portfolio, to really seeing parabolic growth, is to concentrate your capital into your personal highest conviction plays. Right, that's what I did back in October with Tau. And, that propelled me to really, really good portfolio growth, right? Because it exploded. I made a bit of a huge blunder, and I went heavy in route recently, and that was obviously a big mistake. Right, that was a big fumble on my part. Route peaked over here at $10. It's crashed all the way now to $3.60. Now, my first entry on route was at around $2.80. But the thing was, I was scaling into the project during this rise. All right, and now obviously we've seen all key support levels break. And we're back down to basically inside of this 2-year accumulation range. But before I go deep into route right now, just to answer your question, Natty, 10 projects maximum in terms of low caps for a $10,000 to a $30,000 portfolio. But realistically speaking, you do want to concentrate your capital into your highest conviction altcoins, because that's what's really going to grow your portfolio the best way possible. Anyways, in regards to router protocol right now, so let's not forget, this is not a fair launch project, right? It's not comparable to something like Caspa or BitTense or Tau. It's a VC-backed coin. And you have some really good tier 1 VCs backing it, such as Coinbase Ventures, Polygon as well, right? Polygon Matic is a direct investor in the project. So with that being said, with these VCs basically controlling the project, we can expect a lot of manipulation, right? As you can see, Coinbase Ventures, Wintermute, Polygon, right? Some of the biggest VCs in crypto are backing route. So with that being said, they did announce their proposed tokenomics change. They want to increase the supply from 7.5 million tokens to possibly 10 million, but over the course of 5 years. And the reason this big drop happened was they are launching a layer 1 blockchain. Right, before this was just a cross-chain bridge protocol, but they're launching a layer 1 proof-of-stake blockchain built with the Cosmos software development kit. So with that being said, they launched a testnet for the layer 1. And on this testnet, instead of 20 million maximum route tokens, they put 1 billion, all right, on their testnet. And some people in the community found this. They saw it on the Testnet Explorer, and they asked questions in the Router Protocol Telegram group like, Why is it showing 1 billion maximum supply when the maximum supply is supposed to be 20 million? And the team or the moderators of the Telegram group, they basically just didn't really have any answers for the question. So that's why we saw a huge sell-off. All right, and this is like, it's a shame that the router protocol team did this. But with that being said, we do always have to be a little bit skeptical, right? What's the motive here? Was this manipulation? Did they want people to find this $1 billion number in order for them to panic sell so that they can go ahead and wash out everybody who panic sells, everybody who sells, and buy their coins for cheaper? It's a possibility, right? It is a possibility. With a VC-backed coin like this, we can expect a ton of manipulation. That just comes with the territory. Look at Solana, great example. Anyways, yeah, so router protocol right now, it's not looking really good at all, right? We're back inside of this 2-year accumulation range. We've fallen below the $4 level. So the way that it looks, as I said in my previous live stream last week, the way that it looks, it's going to be a lot rougher in the short term, all right? The recovery is going to take some time to happen now. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be next week. It's probably not even going to be next month. It's going to take a while to recover. Now, long-term speaking, I still think router protocol is going to be a good returning altcoin. But yeah, right now, prepare for the worst. Prepare for the worst, right? We can spend some time, say, between 250, even, this level down here at $2. The way that it looks right now, I would like to not see it go back down to 2, but it's certainly a possibility right now. All right, so the road is going to be much tougher now, and yeah, that's the situation. Are VCs just manipulating the price so they can buy it cheaper and then they'll pump it? Who knows? Time will tell. We'll see. Fundamentally speaking, right, the fundamentals of router protocol are the same. And also, in terms of a chart perspective, right, the chart does not look great, being that it did not hold support at the previous 2-year range high, right? We would have liked to see 4 to 550 hold as support, but it didn't. All right, so from a technical perspective, it doesn't look great. But in terms of a backing, right, this was another reason of why I really invested into router protocol, was it was backed by literally like some of the best VCs in the industry, right? Coinbase, Wintermute, etc. So yeah, that's the situation. Pretty brutal, pretty brutal. It's not fun. It really does suck if you had a big position in router protocol. But that's the situation. So in the future, what can you do to combat losses, right? If you're holding a low cap, just use a stop loss, right? Let's say you were buying router protocol down here like me at 280, you bought some more at 3, you bought some more at 4, you bought some more at 6, maybe you bought a little bit at 7, right? So your average entry was somewhere around $5.56. Let's say if the price came back below, $5, you have a stop loss set and everything just gets sold on market immediately. That's one way to combat these situations in the future for your low caps. Because I know most people watching this live stream right now are big into low cap projects, right? We're after those big gains, 20x, 50x, 100x. You have to be in low caps for that at this current moment in time. So with that being said, you can use stop losses, right, to combat things like this happening for your low cap investments, to combat big drawdowns in your portfolio. But router protocol, just to summarize it, brutal situation. I think it will recover, but I think it's going to be a slow recovery. All right, so strap in the seatbelts and get comfortable. If you want to exit now, be my guest, right? Depends where you bought in, of course. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slower recovery now for route. Anyways, Heba says thoughts on One Cat. It's one of the only games on BTC. So yeah, I'm going to be making a video soon on my most bullish, or the projects that I'm most interested in terms of BRC20 tokens. And One Cat is on that list. For anybody who's not aware of One Cat, it's the gaming hub on the Bitcoin ecosystem. Currently up 4.6% on the day. Let's grab our contract address. This is an ERC20 token as well as a BRC20 token. Current market cap is 21.6 mil. Chart on the daily time frame looks great. Right, brand new chart in consolidation. We just swept these lows down here, and yeah, I think that this chart looks good. I think that the project, fundamentally speaking, is good. I'll be talking about this in a video this week. But yeah, I think that this one does have potential to be a good hold for the Bitcoin ecosystem. As you can see, they're building. They got their racing games. Looks like Mario Kart. They got some other things as well going on. So I like Bitcoin Cats, and I think it's a good hold, especially if you want exposure to the Bitcoin ecosystem. Now, another good one that I haven't really seen anybody talk about, similar to the Ethereum name service, right, ENS, you also have BNS, Bitcoin name service system. Now, I'm pretty sure that this market cap is around like $8 million. I was looking at this the other day, and I'm not sure where I saw the market cap, but it was around $8 million. So in terms of another exposure play to the Bitcoin ecosystem, it would be BNSX, the Bitcoin name service. Now, if you look at this chart, it's a new project. It launched December 18th of 2023. Again, you saw that launch peak up to 150, really 250, but we'll call the top of this candle body at 152. Then just been a slow bleed out. And now the candles are getting very, very shallow, very narrow, and it's time to pay attention to a project like this, right? If you take a fib, I mean, this is subjective how you want to take this fib. Or it's a bit subjective how you want to take the fib. But if you just take it from the launch high to the launch low on that day, right, discounting this one wick up here, if you look at it, it's gone right to the 88.6. All right, so like this is, if it's gonna perform well, this is the time where you want to be a buyer basically for BNS, Bitcoin name service. And fundamentally speaking, what it is, it's just like ENS. You can make your own Bitcoin name, right? The Bitcoin name service addresses the growing need for decentralized identity solutions and short domain services within the Web3 and Bitcoin ecosystems. It was a fair mint on the Bitcoin network. And I think in a few days, let's check out their Twitter, but I think in a few days you'll be allowed to start making some names. Yeah, here you go. One day, February 5th, today. Today, you're going to be able to get a Bitcoin name. All right, so yeah, this one does look like to be another promising low cap gem in the Bitcoin ecosystem, as well as one cat. All right, and everybody who's watching this gets a preview. Basically, these are two of the three projects I'm going to be talking about in my new upcoming video about some of the top low cap plays in the Bitcoin ecosystem. One cat and BNS are two of the three. Subscribe to the channel and be on the lookout for that video to catch the third. Black Sun says, Caspa has nothing going on to pump it over 50 cents. It actually has a lot going on. A lot of huge updates coming to it. And a lot of things on the roadmap in the pipeline. So I disagree with that statement that Caspa has nothing going on to pump it over 50 cents. Shout out to D Jenny from the blockchain. Good to see you here, Moby Sage. Let's see. D Jenny from the blockchain says, Connor, hope you're well. Echelon Prime pumped recently while everything was red. Good call. So yeah, Prime is one of my gaming tokens I hold in my core portfolio, my core spot portfolio. And anybody who's not familiar with Prime, I made a full video on it, and I told you to buy the bottom in the video. Obviously, it wasn't financial advice, but I gave you the bottom for Prime below $3 here 3 months ago. So this has been a good hold. It's been slow recently, though. It hasn't been doing anything recently. As you can see on this daily chart. So, again, we were loading up at Crypto Empire on Echelon Prime down here from around $2.80 to $3. And this was back late October, early November of last year, 2023. So a really nice pump up. Right, we saw a really nice pump from high to low, 312%. And now we're seeing a nice pullback. All right, we've already seen a 44% retracement, similar to ALPH, 44% retracement. But on Prime here, notice, what we're using perfectly as support, what we pumped out of, right? This is the 100 daily simple moving average, used as support perfectly. And we also had a test of this horizontal level at 659, 660. Okay, so Prime possibly has put in a bottom here, over here at 660. It's defended this 100 simple moving average really well. And again, this is a project that can easily be the next axis of this cycle, which is why I have exposure to it in my portfolio. 285 mil market cap. Let's say it goes to axis market cap and it hits 10 bill. Axis peak. You're looking at a 34x. You're looking at $295 per Echelon Prime token. And if you got it below 3, you're looking at 100x possibly. It's possible. It is possible. All right, but I'll be happy anywhere with a 50 to a 100x on Echelon Prime. I think it's very doable. And again, this is one of my gaming altcoin holds. It's a good project. You should look into it. Again, backed by Coinbase. Also on Base. And when Base really does fully go live in this cycle, it's going to get a lot of attention. So I think Prime is a really good gaming project to hold. And I think it still has a 20x plus, possibly 30x plus left in the tank if it does get to a $10 billion market cap, which I think is one of the gaming projects that can reach these levels. Another one, while we're talking about gaming, Crown, another one that is worth holding, another one that I do hold. And if this goes to 10 bill, which could happen, you're looking at $103, right? Let's just say it goes to 5. Let's just say it goes to 5 bill. You're looking at like a 90x. Let's say it goes to 2.5 bill, which is very conservative, very possible. 44x from current price, right? Gambling, gaming, horse racing, age-old businesses. They've been around since the dawn of human civilization. That's what Crown by Third Time Games is. Horse racing, gambling, gaming. Right? They're not reinventing the wheel here. It's been around since the dawn of human civilization, as I just said. And I think this one could be a big winner. All right, so for gaming projects, you got Prime, you got Crown. Obviously, you got Naka. And some other low caps that I've discussed in some videos before, like OTK, HXD, Honeyland, FCon, right? Things like that. I hold smaller bags, but nonetheless, I still have some exposure. And if they go, say 5100x, I got a lot of play money basically. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how we go. Let's see. If you guys are enjoying the live stream so far, be sure to let me know by smashing that like button down below. Again, it helps out the YouTube algorithm. It pushes the channel to more people and puts a smile on my face. So smash that like button down below. Yamil Cruz asking about Ondo, ONDO. 5% on the day right now. So Ondo is a real-world asset project. It's been called the BlackRock coin. As you can see, institutional grade finance on chain. If you look at some of their partners, BlackRock is an asset manager. And then some other big names here as well. Goldman, Bridgewater. Right, so this is like the Wall Street real world asset coin now. It is brand new. And we'll go look at Ondo. Over here. We're going to be getting a fresh Monday range to work from. But nonetheless, right, this was a beautiful sweep over here. Beautiful sweep of this. Low at 19.94 cents. Right, and we did get a decent reaction from it. Anyways, with that being said, we are getting a new Monday range to work off now. Just delete this for now. Anyways, Ondo is a good coin. Current market cap is 310 mil. Fully diluted, it's 2.15 bill. But again, you have BlackRock and the rest of the big names on Wall Street all kind of backing this project, some kind of involvement. All right, so with that being said, Larry Fink said real world assets, tokenization of everything is going to happen. It's going to be one of the biggest things ever. And Ondo is looking like it's going to be the front runner for something like that to happen. All right, so I think it's a new project with very high growth potential. And looking at this chart, right, you put in the sweep down here at 19.6 cents. You reclaimed, you broke the trend line, you came in for a double bottom. This is simple, right? This is a W, double bottom. What we need to see now is the neckline to break, right? So if you want to put the neckline at the candle closes or on the wick, it's not that big of a difference, a few percent, right? If we want to be kind of more conservative and put our neckline breakout over here on the wick, we're looking at 22.74 cents. All right, so what we want to see for Ondo, again, this is a beautiful W reversal, double bottom. For anybody that's not familiar with this, we can also use a fib and see that it went right to the 88.6 as well here. Right to the 88.6. That's exactly what you look for. Now you just have to see the breakout of the neckline over here at 22.74 cents. All right, so if you want to buy this project, it's a pretty good level to get into it. So it did launch, I'm not sure the exact, let's go to Crypto Rank. Let's go to Crypto Rank and find out the details. So it looks like the big boys got into it at 5.5 cents. All right, so they're up, 3.93x, which isn't that much. I remember the day it launched on Twitter, I saw some accounts buying it up in droves at 11 cents, and then I woke up, it was 20 cents. Anyways, yeah, Ondo. Good coin, good real world asset project, and chart looks good as well. Right, I doubt it goes back to say like 10 to 8 cents. But again, for reference, the pre-sale price was 5.5 cents. Okay, so it's up around a 4x from that pre-sale price, which isn't that much, and I think it's a good coin to hold. If something's bad, I'll tell you it's bad and I don't like it. But you guys seem to have a good taste for altcoins as well, and you're only asking me about good stuff. So obviously, if you ask me about a good project, I'm going to say I like it. But if you ask me about something that I don't like, I will be blunt with you and tell you that I don't like it. Jazzy says, good to see you, legend. How's INJ looking? I'm considering swapping half of my INJ for Caspa. Thoughts? Appreciate you. Well, thanks for your support, Jazzy, as always. I mean, INJ, I've talked about this many times, right? If you want a safer portfolio, you should stick to the higher caps. And I call these the core four. I don't personally hold INJ, but the core four is INJ, Render, Caspa, and BitTensor Tau. Right? Those are your core 4 high cap coins. They're all above $1 billion market cap, but they still, in my opinion, have very promising growth potential with where they can go. All right, so INJ, good project. Caspa, also a very good project. Now, if you don't have any Caspa and you want to swap some of your INJ for it, that could work. That could work out very well, right? Being that they're in that same category in terms of, you know, the best promising high cap projects. Again, one more time, just to repeat myself: Render, INJ, Caspa, Tau. Those are the core 4 high caps. So if you want to swap half of your INJ for Caspa, I think that no matter what, you'll still win, right? I'm not sure which one will perform better over the course of this cycle. Probably Caspa if I had to pick one. But in terms of how INJ is looking, right, as you can see, we've had a lot of tests of this $30 level with lower highs into it. So, you know, really this is following Bitcoin. It's slow because Bitcoin is slow. And same thing with Caspa. So to answer your question, Jazzy, INJ looks fine right now. It's following Bitcoin. It's following the overall market trend currently, which is sideways / down. Do I think Caspa will perform better from this point in time compared to INJ? I think it's likely it will, but I don't have a crystal ball to say for sure. So yeah, to answer your question, I think it's a good idea to swap half of your... Still keep exposure. Don't get me wrong. You shouldn't sell everything. But Caspa is on my, you know... It's one of my personal largest holdings, and I think it can outperform INJ to the peak of this cycle. CRO8 says, thoughts on Manta. So Manta, another new project. They did a disappointing airdrop. And let's just get rid of these lines. So pretty crucial area right now for Manta, both in terms of your diagonal trendline support as well as your horizontal level. Right, as you can see with your horizontal level, you kind of have all of this that you really want to see hold right now for Manta. Would I hold something like this for like the bull run? No, I wouldn't. Could it do some multiples? It absolutely could. But you know, a big VC coin, disappointing airdrop, 653 mil market cap right now. I just think there's better options out there to hold compared to something like this. And yeah, that's my opinion on Manta. In terms of the chart, you don't want to see it go below, say, this, you know, 225 area. Right, which is kind of obvious if you just look at this chart, right? You don't want to see it go below $2. Right, if you're bullish on this one, I think this would be a good coin to just trade, right? Because realistically speaking, the market's been so dry and so brutal that really the only trading you guys should be doing is, you know, less than 24-hour trades, intraday scalps, really. Right, the money right now, if you're going to be actively playing the market, is in intraday scalping. Or if you want to go, you know, follow all the NFT profile picture anonymous accounts on Twitter who shill the next new meme coin every day. Right, those are your only two options right now to really be profiting from this market. Meme coins, super high risk, complete gambles really, but you have to play the game and eventually you win. Or scalping intraday trading. So anyways, back to Manta. I mean, I would just only be looking for trades on something like this. And yeah, I mean, looking at the 5-minute chart on a Sunday night at midnight basically probably isn't the best thing to be doing. But anyways, looks like it wants to put in a bit of a recovery here in the 5-minute. Being that you had a double bottom to the 78.6 down here. as you can see, right to the 78.6. Was able to measure that just by looking at it. So yeah, I mean, you're pumping up here to your extensions right now. Anyways, yeah, Manta, thoughts on it? Good for intraday trading. I don't really see anything right now in terms of an active setup. Nice bounce. Probably will get back up here to around 266. But yeah, I wouldn't hold something like this. What do I think about Titan X? So someone in my community, shout out to Bullish Bradley. He made, oh, never mind. That was Titanium 22. I guess Titanium 22, Titan X. Look, I don't know. There's always a new Titan coin that everybody is always asking me about. My thoughts on Titan X. So I've never heard of this one before, actually. No idea what it does. Seems like every Titan coin is usually a Ponzi. Has some kind of Ponzi-nomics to it. Anyways, $1.28 million market cap. I mean, look. You just go to the casino and play blackjack or live poker, and you know, if you're gonna put $1,000, I would rather take it to the casino and have fun than wait for something like this to pump. Could it pump? It absolutely could, but I mean, $1.28 million market cap, like high risk, high reward. I know nothing about it. Chart potentially looks bottomed, being that you're forming a lake. Right, you have this all-time low price from the launch, and now you're trading underneath it, forming a bit of a lake. You want to see it break the resistance and fly. But yeah, I mean, super high risk. I'd rather go have fun with money if I'm going to risk it in something super high risk like this. So yeah, that's my opinion on Titan X. Anyways, I missed a super chat from Black Sun. Shout out to Black Sun for the $1.99 super chat. He says, can you look at Abyss World ABS? We certainly can. AWT, I think you mean. AAA game. Of course, Ape is on it. Shout out to Ape NFT. Absolute legend. So another new gaming project, it appears. Okay, so your weekly looks bullish. Very bullish looking weekly time frame chart. Ascending triangle on your weekly. New project, you know, it launched in 2023 in June, halfway through the year. Basically the dead of the bear market. Yeah, you do have an interesting triple drive here. Can we get a market cap of this? What is the market cap? Let's check this. Generally speaking, just so I have an idea, 38 mil market cap. Yeah, I mean, certainly there's some interest here with this project, right? This price action is picking up. And if you notice, our 200 daily EMA has acted as resistance twice over the past month. All right, so it's certainly looking like the price wants to flip this level into support and make a run from here. So yeah, I mean, the chart looks pretty good right now, right? If you can get it down here at, say, 0.0031 to 0.0024, that would be optimal. Yeah, your 88.6 would be best down here at 0.003013. But the chart, the chart has volatility. It's not a dead chart. Things have been picking up, right? I don't know if this is manipulation or actually organic price action. But nonetheless, when it does eventually flip this pink line, your daily 200 EMA, you're officially in a new uptrend. You're already in an uptrend, being that you have continuous higher lows, as you can see, and continuous higher highs. All right, but once it really flips this EMAs are always a lagging indicator. But once it flips this EMA, right, then it should make up for lost ground and really start to move. Shout out to Sniff. Also, shout out to Armzilla. So I can't see, for some reason, my live stream in my studio, it's not showing me my likes. If it's true, if what Glasshopper is saying, and I only have 2 likes on the live stream, I really don't even know what to say. I mean, 2 likes out of, it doesn't show me how many people are watching either. Anyways, 2 likes is absolutely pathetic. So if you guys could, please smash that like button. Black Sun says Abyss World has an 8 mil market cap, not 38 mil. I'm not sure why it's showing 38 mil over here, but who knows? Anyways, the chart looks pretty good. But anyways, back to what I was saying. If I actually have 2 likes right now, I mean, I might just wrap it up and go do something else with my life. That's pathetic. Smash that like button. Okay, Coin Operator says he sees 43 likes. That's good. That's good. T-Bird says 62 watching, 14 likes. Look, I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, but if you guys could, hit that like button. Thanks. A lot of questions about Tectum. Tectum's a great project. I hold it. I've been holding it from like $10. And it has one of the better looking charts right now in terms of low caps. Current market cap is 206 mil. Right, it's a layer 1 with like 1 million transactions per second. It's also a Bitcoin scaling solution. Also has the soft note for payments. You can do offline payments with soft note. So it's got a lot of really promising things going for it. So I like the fact that I'm holding Tectum. And it's actually a coin that I'm thinking about increasing my exposure on. Because I think it's going to be a big winner this cycle, personally speaking. How high could it go? It might blow your mind, but I think Tectum could go above $1,000. All right, the coin perspective really knows how to get on my nerves. You guys see when I put in a number, it spits out 1 million decimal points? Who did this? Why do they make it like this? So annoying to use. So let's do this slowly. Oh my god. Anyways, we can. All right, that works. $1,002 is a 34x on Tectum, and that would be a $7.3 billion market cap. All right, so I think that's attainable. Even just 750. 750 is a 25x at a 5.4 bill market cap. I like Tectum a lot. I think it could hit these numbers. And I think potentially it could even double 750 and go to 1500. That's like the most bullish, optimistic scenario where you have a 50x from current price. It's possible, right? It would be less than an $11 billion market cap. And again, going back to what we saw in previous cycles, right? Going back to what we saw in previous cycles, we saw the total market cap over here at 3 trill, right? We saw the total 2 at 1.7 trillion. Bitcoin took up 1.3 trillion of the market share. But realistically speaking, this should double to triple, right? So we can see a much larger inflow of capital to some altcoins. So for Tectum to go to a 10 bill plus market cap, it's very, very possible, and it could definitely happen. So I'm looking at a 25x to a 50x for Tectum right now. And, from a $10 entry, if it goes to $1,000, that would be a 100x, which is definitely possible. Anyways, for reference right now, for perspective on altcoins, this is your total 2 chart. So your entire market cap of altcoins, excluding Bitcoin. And again, I've shown this chart many times over the past few months, really since we broke out of the bear market accumulation range with the high at 700 billion. Right, we broke out of it and now we're retesting it. It's holding support really well. So there's no reason to be freaking out about, altcoins dropping lower. Of course they could drop lower. That's the market. If they only go straight up, everybody wins. Life doesn't work like that. There's a winner and a loser for everything. Right? There's no such thing as a participation award. If you believe in that kind of stuff, this is not the channel for you. Right? So things are going to drop and things are going to shake you out and you're going to get scared. You're going to want to sell. You need resolve. You need fortitude. You need to be able to hold through these kinds of events, shakeouts. But looking at this chart, you broke out of your 2-year accumulation range in the bear market. You're holding it as support. There's literally nothing to be worrying about right now. The structure looks really good. Same thing with the total 3, right? This excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum. Currently at $479 billion. Again, you break out of the bear market accumulation range and you hold it as support, right? This is the time where you need to be scaling into your altcoins. If you're waiting for lower right now, you might not get it, and you're going to experience max pain when the market does pick up and you see altcoins start to fly again, much like we saw at the end of 2023. So this is it, guys. If not right now, when are you going to get the exposure? When are you going to build that portfolio? You don't really have that much time. The halving is 70 days away. And, looking at previous cycles, after that halving takes place, we usually start to see some pretty violent price action to the upside. So I would not be waiting if I were you. All your charts, your total 2, total 3, all look really good. Bitcoin, like I said, just to wrap it up for anybody just catching in the live stream right now, Bitcoin, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm using my December range, or not my December range, the December range as a reference point right now. And again, your range high is 45K up here for December. Your range low down here at 37,600. I'm looking for Bitcoin to bottom out somewhere below the December range low, which also lines up perfectly with your daily 200 EMA. All right, so if you see a drop like this on Bitcoin, that's your discount for altcoins. If you're scared then and you're scared to buy, even though they're at prices where you said you would buy, you should go do something else. Maybe crypto isn't for you. All right, you need to stick to your plan. You need to have resolve. You need to have fortitude to have success in this game. It's not linear. It's not straight up. It is a bumpy road to reach your goals. And, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy to get, everybody would have it. And that's what makes success so rewarding, right? Most people try, and they fail. They can't get it. But if you get it, right, that's an accolade you should be very proud of. And whatever that is for you, whatever number you're looking for out of this bull market cycle, whether it's $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, maybe you're trying to make your first 100K, maybe you're trying to make your first 10K even, starting really small with a few $100. It's possible. Anybody who tells you otherwise, you shouldn't listen to them. Many people have done it before, and many people will continue to do it in the future. So yeah, go after your goals, and now is the time to be positioning yourself to reach said goals. Anyways, we got a $5 super chat from Framing Trader. He says, "Hey Connor, appreciate what you do. Still holding and learning. Can you give a rundown on Duel and your thoughts?" Sure. So Duel is Rainmaker Games' new project. They did a full rebrand. Rainmaker Games was a project me and my Discord community got into at a very low price. We saw some nice multiples on it. It looks like it's at my entry price, 0.0015. Anyways, we got into this one. We wrote it up. So as you can see, I still have my chart here. So in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord, we got into rain over here end of November at 0.0015. I mean, we rode it all the way up to like a 5-6x. Then basically what happened, they did a huge rebrand. They rebranded. All right, that's weird. If you click on the Twitter link on Rainmaker Games, it takes you to this random account. Rainmaker Gaming. Interesting. Anyways, Duel is the new token. Now, they did do a pre-sale through DAOmaker. They also did a private pre-sale that I wasn't allowed to talk about. They wanted to keep the private pre-sale private for just their existing community, right? They didn't want outsiders to get special access to that. And they also did a staking program. So right now, my Duel tokens are staked. I swapped my Rain to Duel and I staked them for 3 months. You have the option to stake for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. The longer you lock up your tokens for, the more staking rewards, the higher APR you get for your staked tokens. All right, so I did the lowest possible staking period of 3 months. So I should be getting my tokens hopefully in like March. I'm not really sure. I have to double check on that. But anyways, Rainmaker Games is now Prism with the Duel token. As you can see, Game GPT by Prism. So they did a really good rebrand. Now, the team of this project has some huge plans for 2024. The last time I checked, right, they planned on releasing over 100 mini games this year, right? And it's also play to earn. And it looks like they're trying to get into the AI hype wave, right? AI-driven game engine. Who knows what that means, AI-driven? I don't know what that means personally. They just put AI in front of anything nowadays. Anyways, yeah, that's the whole situation with Duel, the Duel token, how it came to be. It originally started as Rainmaker Games and the Rain token. They did a full rebrand, some pre-sales. They got some new funding with that, so they can continue to build and develop. And now it's Game GPT by Prism. I hold this. Again, I've been holding this when it was still Rain. I saw 5x on that. You know, was able to scale out and de-risk. Hopefully this ends up being a huge winner. And hopefully I can pull out some 6-figure bags when it pumps in the bull run with all the people that don't watch my channel buying at the top, right? I don't want to sell into you guys. I want to sell into the people the tourists that come in late. Because let's be real for a second, this is a dog-eat-dog world, and this is a dog-eat-dog market. Whenever you sell, somebody's out there buying, right? So if you want to be all nice and you think the world's all sunshine and rainbows, it doesn't work like that. Right? In order for our tokens to pump, we basically need dumb money to come in and buy. Right? And those are the people we sell to. So I don't want it to be you guys. I want it to be some guy who just procrastinated and ended up buying the top because he was busy watching, you know, the NFL every weekend instead of studying the crypto market. That's life. Anyways, thank you for that super chat, Framing Trader. I appreciate you. Shout out to Scorch888 saying, "Hey lads." Scorch, good to see you. He says, "Lads, I hope you all have trained today." Shout out to Scorch888. Good to see you here. Tintin says, "Hi Connor, hope Sydney's treating you well." Tintin, I don't know if you can tell from the studio, but I'm actually back in Thailand. I'm out of Australia, from the land down under. Anyways, a lot of comments in the live stream today. T-Bird Mr. T says, "Hey, we're 3x away for altcoins on their total market cap. Plus, we'll probably do a 3x from there. Gain should be insane." I agree with you. Right? The gain should be insane. Now, there's a lot of different varying opinions for your total market cap. You know, I think on the conservative side, we'll hit $6 trillion. Right? But realistically speaking, super ultra conservative, you know, we see something like 4 to 5 trillion. Even if we see 4 to 5 trillion, the gains will be insane. You do need to buy the right altcoins. If you buy the wrong altcoins, you know, maybe you'll catch a few X's, but you're not going to see a 20X or a 50X. Yeah, but regardless, everything looks good on your macro higher time frames. All your trends are still intact. So for the people scared to buy altcoins right now, again, maybe this isn't the market for you. Maybe you should go do something else, right? Maybe you should just go buy Apple and Amazon stocks and get your slow returns over the years. Maybe you're better suited for that, right? High risk, high reward, that's crypto. If you're not built for it, there's plenty of other options for you to invest in. Anyways, let's see. Black Sun, can you explain why ALPH is better than Kadena? Yeah, very simple question to answer. Kadena's already seen a bull market cycle before, right? I don't like a coin that has so many bag holders. Also, Kadena's community is like really immature and toxic, right? Look at this chart. You had people buying this all the way up to 25 bucks. Kadena already saw its run. You want a new coin that has not seen its run yet. ALPH. I mean, there's other factors as well, but like the main factor that's the easiest to explain is the fact that it's a brand new project that hasn't seen a bull run yet. So I would much rather hold a new coin over something that's already seen a parabolic blow off top. Let's see. Shout out to Michael DJI Manor. Michael, what's going on? He says, I don't think Ondo can be a good investment because people can buy the project for free without having to buy the token, even though it's a good project. So Michael, that's all of crypto besides fair launch projects. Right? For all these new pre-sales, all these new private sales, you have your influencers getting free bags, right, to make videos and tweet about the coin. Right, every project nowadays has people getting tokens for free. The team gets tokens out of thin air. So I understand what you're saying, but I wouldn't let that kind of limit your growth potential. But hey, I mean, you bring up a good point, right? The crypto industry is very shady and slimy. That's the way it is, right? Projects give out free bags to all your favorite influencers on Twitter and YouTube all the time, and it's the reality of the situation. And, Ondo obviously backed by BlackRock and all the other guys, right? They got their tokens for cheap compared to the current price. I think they will pump it and then they're gonna dump. So they're gonna dump it on your head. So I would just, if you plan on holding something like Ondo, it's a better project to kind of short-term trade, right? For example, I'm bullish on Ondo from here. I think it's gonna have a nice move back up to the 30-cent levels from where it is right now. Right, you're coming out of this daily order block. So, and again, I went over this already. You already had this sweep. So, I think it's a good long. I think it's a good long right now. Back up to around 27. Possibly you catch a wick up to 29. But yeah, the new coins are great for active intraday day trading. Anyways, Sniff says he's betting on Juno, Mora, and BTSG to at least 50x. So Juno would be a comeback for the ages. Right? This thing is just like seeing the most brutal bear market ever. If you look at this chart, it went from $43 to now 34 cents. It's a 99.9% drop. So Juno, that would be a comeback for the ages. Mora Games, let's check up on how Mora Games is doing. Still in consolidation, exactly where it's been. Yeah, I would rather hold a different gaming altcoin than Mora. But hey, it could work out well. And then BTSG. Oh yeah, this is the Cosmos project. I remember picking up the airdrop for this one back in the day. Sniff, I know you like your Cosmos projects. So yeah, you've been right in the past about a few of the others like OmniFlix. Let's see how OmniFlix is doing. Right, you were calling this down here in the bear market at the exact bottom, right, at 3 cents, pumped all the way up to 44. So you've been right in the past about some of these sniffs. So BTSG, looks the best out of those three that you mentioned to 50x. Let's see. Luis Guerrero says, I have Rainmaker still. How do I convert to the Duel token? So, yeah, I would join the Telegram group of Game GPT Prism, and I would ask them. I'm not sure if you can still convert, so I'm not the person to ask. Go ask the team directly. Right? I did the conversion back when it was like it first went live. T-Bird Mr. T says Mora is a fair launched token. Should do well. So I'm not sure the full situation. I know they did like an airdrop. They did like an airdrop to the... They had a different token before. They launched Mora. They did an airdrop to the previous token holders. I'm not sure the exact situation of Mora Games. Yeah, I mean, it's a low cap, high risk altcoin. I think there's better options out there personally. And I like Solana altcoins, right? This video, you guys should definitely watch this video if you haven't. Where is it? This one. Best 3 crypto gaming coins to buy in Solana. Right? These ones have already treated us very well. You had Honeyland, which was a huge win. Right? Around 5 cents to 7 cents up to 30 cents. Was able to take some nice profit there. OTK, I like this one a lot. Right? This was mentioned all the way back here in this video over a month ago. And if you look at this one, another one that's absolutely crushing it. And this reminds me of Nakamoto Games. I think that OTK is like the Naka on Solana. And super low market cap too. And then your last one, Space Falcon FCon. I mean, this one's been slow. I'm actually down on this, but I'm still holding. But yeah, there's so many good low cap options for games. Obviously, there's Domi online too. I'm still holding Domi. Yeah, my gaming portfolio is kind of deep right now. So I have a lot of exposure to individual gaming projects as well as gaming kind of infrastructure plays and gaming studios. So if gaming blows up like it's supposed to, like we all expect it to, I should be fine. And that's why I don't really plan on adding more to the list now or into my portfolio. Anyways, guys, we've been going live for an hour and 23 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So just to let you guys know, so you're all kind of crystal clear on what I'm doing, I actually have my family coming to visit me in Thailand for the next 2 weeks, right? So I got more travel coming up basically, so I can't really be fully in my studio working in the way that I want to. But I will be prioritizing making videos while I'm going to be traveling around the Thai islands basically. It's going to be a pain, but we're going to get it done. So yeah, really for the next, until like February 20th or so, I'm going to be like island hopping in Thailand. So yeah, more traveling. Family's coming to visit. Should be fun. Anyways, have some patience, but I'm going to be cranking out videos while I'm, going and exploring these different islands in Thailand. So that's the itinerary right now for the next 2 weeks. And then after that, I'll actually be able to sit down, focus, and get into a consistent workflow without any traveling, right? Because as you guys know, traveling all the time, it's a pain to really get into a flow. So anyways, yeah, we'll be working regardless. Appreciate all your support. Smash the like button on the live stream if you haven't already smashed it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream right now. Thank you all for being here. Connor from Crypto Empire. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button if you're new here. This is the first live stream you saw for Crypto Empire. We do go live every single Sunday, and we'll be increasing the frequency of that in the future as well. So have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your night. See you all soon in the next